Good morning, everyone. Let us start with day 7 of our regular SAP FICO session. The topic that we will cover today is direct tax report and indirect tax report. Under the direct tax report, clients generally asked to prepare the TDS report, which is not available in SAP standard. And for the indirect tax report, we are generally asked to prepare the purchase register and sales register. We will start with the TDS report from the direct tax section. So here the detail one has to provide to their consultant if he is working as an end user are these, means the format in which he needs the report. The format for withholding tax report in general is having these 13 columns or columns in the format. Column number 1 is the document number, means the journal entry number. Second is the document date, means the invoice date. Third is vendor code, means the supplier code in SAP. The vendor name, tax code, tax code description, tax key, tax key description, tax base, tax rate, tax amount, invoice amount, and then the expense GL. So basically this is the detail of the supplier invoices. So in supplier invoice we have everything: tax base amount, tax amount, invoice amount, expense codes, vendor name, invoice date, also tax rate. So most of the things comes from the invoice. So when that invoice is punched into SAP, certain parameters we will get from the invoice. Remaining things like journal entry number is generated when the invoice is recorded in SAP. Similarly, the tax code description, tax type, a tax key and tax key description. These are the columns that are SAP specific and we will understand in our upcoming session. So in general, if you are working as an end user in any company and you want the TDS report to be prepared, you have to give this format to your consultant. And if you are working as a consultant, you will receive this report format from your client, and based on which you will have to provide the logic to get the value for each of those columns and get this developed from your technical consultant. So this is the role that you will be playing to develop the TDS report. I hope now you have a overview or overall understanding of the TDS report, what is expected in the TDS report, and what is our role. We will look into the logic for each of the columns in the coming days. The next part is the GST report, that is the indirect tax report. In the indirect tax report, we have sales register and purchase register. Sales register provides the detail of the sales bills. Purchase register provides the details of the purchase invoices. For the sales register, in general, these are the details that will form the part of the report. And again, if you are an end user, you will have to provide these columns to your consultant And if you are working as a consultant, you will have to provide the logic for getting the values for each of those columns to the technical consultant so that they can build the report for you. So again, for the sales register, we have document number, document date, customer code, customer name, sales order number, tax code description, tax base amount. This tax base amount is nothing but that is the income amount. Then we have the tax rate, tax amount, and the sum of tax base, that is the income amount, in the tax amount is my bill amount, and then we have the income GL. Coming to the purchase register, again we have similar kind of detail, but instead of customer code we will have some vendor code, and instead of sales order number we will have purchase order number, and instead of income GL we will have expense GL. So in the days to come, we will try to understand how do we write the logic which will be part of our RICEF object for each of those columns, and how to discuss with the developer so that they can technically develop the report for us for testing and releasing the same for production. So this is all about the direct tax report and indirect tax report that is generally expected in any project for any client. Thank you for today. We'll meet again tomorrow.